You awaken with a scream that tears your soul. The sky is no longer sky. It is a sea of fire and gold, cut by lightning that falls like divine spears. Each impact makes the marble floor tremble beneath your feet. All around, statues of warriors are broken. Some still scream mouthlessly, petrified at the exact moment of pain. The wind burns your skin. It smells like molten iron and burnt nectar. Above, a colossal shadow looms. Hera, Queen of Heaven. His eyes burn a flaming green. It's not just anger, it's judgment, it's a sentence. Then the truth comes crashing down on you like Zeus's own thunderbolt. You are one of the forbidden children of the King of the Gods, a divine mistake, fruit of the betrayals that Zeus spread throughout the mortal world, and the perfect target for Hera's revenge. What if this isn't the only secret? How many forbidden children like you are there? And how many of them can change the fate of the mortal world? She descends from the heavens like a blade. The ground shakes. Cutting winds tear through the air. Behind you, a winged serpent dives, spitting blue fire. And Hera's voice echoes, each syllable sounding like a divine hammer striking its sentence. Die. If you love mythology and want to discover the secrets that the gods have hidden from mortals for centuries, sign up now, because from this moment on, your life on Olympus will never be the same.
The ground still smokes beneath your feet. Recent lightning has torn deep craters in the earth, turning the countryside into a mosaic of ash and blue flames. The air is heavy, saturated with distant screams and the beating of monstrous wings. On the horizon, you see distorted silhouettes, creatures sent by Hera to hunt you. They are impossible hybrids, wolves with serpent heads, red-eyed harpies, giants whose bodies seem made of living bronze. You try to hide in the rubble of a fallen statue, but the sound of thunder echoes again. It's not just a storm. It's Zeus, and every lightning bolt that cuts across the sky reminds you of why you're here. You are one of the forbidden children of the King of the Gods. Zeus has always been known for his illicit affairs. Nymphs, mortals, even other goddesses. Their thirst was insatiable. From these unions were born some of the greatest names in mythology. Hercules, condemned to madness and glory. Perseus, who decapitated Medusa. Helena, whose beauty started the Trojan War. Each child, a change in the destiny of the world. But there was an unspoken rule. None of these children should exist. The balance of Olympus depended on it. Hera, wife and queen, swore to hunt down every illegitimate descendant, not just out of jealousy, but because she knew what each one represented, living threats to the throne of the gods. And now you feel the weight of that forbidden blood in your body, the strange heat in the veins, the strength you don't understand, and above all, the brand that screams to the heavens that you don't belong anywhere. Why do Zeus's children always attract chaos? Coincidence or destiny? Imposed by the gods themselves to maintain balance? As he asks this question, Hera's roar approaches. She knows where you are, and this time, she won't just punish you. She will use your blood as bait to lure Zeus himself into war.
The wind changes. A roar cuts across the devastated field and makes the air vibrate inside your chest. You look up and see Hera descending from the sky like a green comet, surrounded by cutting winds that carry debris and ash. His eyes shine with pure hatred. Son of Zeus, another one for my list. With a gesture, she summons monsters from the aether. First, winged serpents that fall like rain, spitting blue fire. Then, giant two-headed wolves, each whispering curses in ancient tongues. In the background, a bronze giant stands. His skin smokes. It is Talos, the guardian who once protected Crete and now does the bidding of the Queen of the Heavens. You run, feet slip on the earth soaked in divine nectar and the blood of dead monsters. The creatures advance, each step a thunder, like war drums beating faster by the second. As he flees, memories of ancient mortal stories flash through his mind. You are not the first. Other sons of Zeus changed the fate of Greece, and they all paid dearly. Hercules, the most famous, was born with strength capable of moving mountains, but Hera, overcome with rage, sent serpents to kill him in the cradle. He strangled them with his own hands. Later, cursed by the same goddess, he killed his wife and children in a fit of madness, and only found redemption after 12 impossible labors. Perseus, another forbidden son, beheaded Medusa and saved Andromeda, but his life was also marked by tragedy. He carried a prophecy. He would kill his own grandfather. And so he did, even without wanting to. His existence brought glory and pain in equal measure. Helena, Helena, the most beautiful woman in the world, daughter of Zeus and immortal. Her beauty was the spark that ignited the Trojan War, drawing gods and men into 10 years of slaughter. You notice a cruel pattern. Every child of Zeus is a catalyst for chaos. Pieces in a divine game where no one is innocent, not even you. Hera knows this. She doesn't just want to kill you. She wants to prevent fate from repeating itself, or perhaps she wants to control it for her own plans. You hide behind a broken rock as the bronze giant approaches. Every step is an earthquake. Your chest burns. Zeus's blood pulses through your veins, awakening something you never felt before. And the first dilemma arises. You accept being another in the long list of cursed children, or you try to break the cycle and defy both Hera and Zeus himself. Your heart beats like a war drum. The monsters are approaching. Hera raises her hand for the final blow, and in the background, a voice that is not yours whispers, "You choose now." You run across the devastated plain, but each step seems to lead him closer to the truth, a truth that not even mortals dare whisper. The air around them pulses with ancient voices, as if Olympus itself wanted to reveal its secrets. Then, the visions begin. They are not dreams. They are fragments torn from the memory of the gods. You see hidden temples, torn parchments, forbidden whispers, prophecies engraved in stone. The blood of Zeus will bring about the end of the throne. This is why Hera hunts the forbidden children. It's not just revenge. It's not just jealousy. Every illegitimate child is a threat to the balance of the heavens. One of them, the prophecies say, will be born to overthrow the entire Olympus. Zeus knows this, always knew. That's why he hid his betrayals behind veils of silence. He abandoned mortal children as soon as they were born, not because he didn't care, but because he feared them. The king of the heavens, the most powerful of the gods, is haunted by the thought that one of his own heirs will be his end. And Hera, the image of the betrayed goddess, crumbles before your eyes. She is not just a victim, she is an executioner. She pursued Io, transforming her into a cow and condemning her to wander tormented by an internal insect. She drove Hercules mad, forcing him to kill his own family. She persecuted Dionysus even before he was born. Hera does not fight for justice. She fights for control. As these revelations flood your mind, the world around you distorts. The shadows whisper. You hear snippets of conversations from the gods themselves. If he is born, we will all fall. Zeus lies. He has always lied. Hera cannot know, or the war will start now. A shiver runs down your spine. Neither of them is trustworthy. Zeus hides his children like disposable pieces on a divine chessboard. Hera destroys them before they can threaten her reign. And you, a forbidden son, trapped in the middle of this immortal game. The monsters still roar in the distance, but the greatest danger now lies elsewhere. It's psychological. It's the question that echoes in your mind. If everyone lies, who are you going to believe? The silence that precedes battle is more frightening than any roar. The air vibrates with electricity, too heavy to breathe. The smell of burnt iron and destroyed nectar permeates everything. Then a loud bang cuts through the air. The ground trembles as if Olympus itself has awakened. Bronze trees bend under the pressure, and from the mist emerges a colossal figure, Argos, Panoptus, the 100-eyed giant. Each eyelid opens and closes independently, as if 100 warriors are watching over him at once. His eyes dart around, scanning every corner of the field. He sees everything, past, present, and future movement. There is nowhere to run. He holds a monstrous club, forged in the heart of Olympus, where the metal shines like a star. Each step of the giant cracks the ground, opening incandescent craters from which bluish vapors escape. Around him, sacred serpents slither across the broken ground, forked tongues hissing like whips of wind. Hera looms above, her dark green cloak fluttering like a war flag. She raises her hand, pointing at you. Hunt him down, without mercy. Argos advances. The snakes spread. The sound is deafening, the crack of breaking rocks, the venomous hiss, the frantic beating of wings as winged monsters now join the hunt. You run, but Argos doesn't need to look to follow him. 100 eyes see in every direction. The snakes surround him. Their fangs glow with blue venom, so powerful it can kill even a god. One bite, and you'll be dust. Suddenly, the sky splits with golden thunder. A flash blinds him for an instant. When the light dissipates, he is there.
Zeus, the king of heaven, descends enveloped by lightning that dances like living serpents around his body. His presence is overwhelming, impossible to ignore. His every step makes the ground vibrate. Each look weighs like a mountain. Enough, Hera! His voice is a thunder that reverberates in your bones. This mortal is mine. But there's something strange in his voice. There is no affection. There is no protection. Just calculation. He doesn't save you because he cares. He saves you because he needs you. Fragments of legends cross his mind. A Titanomachy, when Zeus and his brothers overthrew the Titans. A Gigantomachy, when the giants tried to destroy Olympus and Zeus needed the demigods to win. Cyclical wars that always return. And now, a new one begins. Zeus turns to you. His eyes burn like contained lightning. Your blood is a weapon. The future of the gods depends on it. Hera lets out a scream. Cutting winds clash against golden rays. In the sky, their battle begins again. Thunder against green storms. Light against fury. The air splits into two colors. All around, other gods arrive. Athens appears first, sword in hand, armor shining. She stands between you and Argos. He lives, mother. He will be useful. Aphrodite appears next, a malicious smile on his lips, approaching Hera as if whispering poison. Let Zeus keep him, until the boy destroys his own father. Hermes flies around, too fast to be seen clearly. His eyes calculate. He doesn't choose sides. Just watch, waiting for the right moment to act. Ares arrives laughing, wielding the spear, thirsty for blood. For him, the reason for the war doesn't matter, only the war itself. Olympus splits before you. Each god chooses a side. Every look weighs like a sentence. In the midst of the chaos, a question explodes inside your mind. Do you run away, or do you face the very God who created you? What about you? Would you run or face Zeus? Would you side with Hera or try to survive alone? Comment here. But time is up. Argos advances, club raised.
The snakes shoot like living arrows, hissing around him. Zeus raises Kronos, ready to strike down everything in his path. Hera summons more monsters from the ether, opening green portals in the sky. The entire field turns into an all-out war. Lightning and cutting winds tear through the air. Divine fire falls like rain. The sound is deafening, like 1,000 war drums echoing at once. And you, mortal, are at the center. The fate of Olympus, and perhaps the world, is about to be decided by your forbidden blood.
The world stops for a moment, only to then fall apart. Zeus's thunder and Hera's cutting wind collide in the sky, creating an explosion that splits Olympus in two. The light blinds. The sound is so powerful that it knocks down mountains of cloud and opens cracks in the sky. For a second, it feels like existence itself has shattered. You are thrown backwards. The heat is unbearable. Every breath that enters the lungs burns like liquid fire. The air is saturated with golden dust and divine screams. When he opens his eyes, he sees the impossible scene before him. Two colossuses suspended in the air in the midst of a war. Hera floats, surrounded by a green and black veil that pulses like a living heart. Her hair moves like snakes trapped in eternal wind. His eyes burn with hatred and fate. Zeus, surrounded by golden rays that dance over your skin like serpents of light. In your hands, the Karausnos, the Master Bolt, a weapon forged in the primordial chaos, capable of splitting titans and sealing domains, now pointed at his own wife. "This child is mine," Hera's voice cuts the wind, "and that will be the end of your reign, Zeus." "This son is my weapon," Zeus answers, thunder accompanying each word. "He will decide the future of Greece, and you won't be able to stop him." And then you understand. Their war was never about love or jealousy. It's always been about power. Each illegitimate child of Zeus was no accident, a pawn in a silent game to shape the fate of the world. And you are the final piece. His blood beats like a war drum. For the first time, he feels something awaken, something that is wholly mortal nor wholly divine. A raw, dangerous power, ready to be claimed. Hera raises her hands and summons the Aether. Green portals open in the sky, tearing reality apart. From these tears emerge creatures that should not exist. Warriors of emerald light, winged lions with human faces, living storms in the form of serpents. Each roar echoes like an ancient chorus. Zeus reacts. The Kronos lights up, and the sky turns white, so bright that it looks like day in all the worlds, even in Tartarus. The lightning he fires is creation and destruction intertwined. The sound that accompanies it is a roar that spans the ages and makes time itself tremble. The impact is catastrophic. Golden columns collapse. Hestia's palace catches fire. Rivers of nectar evaporate, turning into burning vapor that covers the countryside like a suffocating fog. The stars surrounding Olympus tremble, about to go out, and in the midst of this chaos, a voice echoes within you, soft but sharp. It does not come from Hera, it does not come from Zeus. It comes from within you. You are the key. Your mind is flooded with images. Hercules in a rage, crushing monsters with his bare hands. Perseus decapitating Medusa with a single blow. Helena igniting the Trojan War with its mere existence. All children of Zeus, all changing the fate of the mortal world. But now you see other faces, children who were never named in the legends, forgotten warriors, kings who perished before history was written, all with something in common, the same blood running through their veins. You understand, it's not the first, but it could be the last. Hera advances.
Zeus responds. Another shock, another explosion. An abyss opens in the sky, sucking pieces of Olympus into the void. Lesser gods flee in panic. Some fight among themselves, Ares laughing, Athena shouting orders, Aphrodite smiling as if he already knew the end. Hermes disappears, perhaps to betray, perhaps to save. In the midst of this chaos, the divine wedding, once celebrated as the greatest event on Olympus, reveals its true face. It is not union, it's prison. A war disguised as peace. Every illegitimate child, every secret hidden, every public betrayal. It was all part of a much bigger plan. And now, all the gods look to you, not because they want to kill him, but because they want to use it. Your destiny is not to survive. It's deciding who deserves to live.
Silence. After lightning, winds, and screams that seem to tear the fabric of the universe, Olympus plunges into absolute emptiness. The chaos still echoes like a memory etched into the broken walls of the palace. Golden columns float in pieces in the thin air. The ground, cracked with lines of light, pulsates as if breathing. The smell of burnt nectar and ozone fills your lungs with each short, desperate breath. You fall to your knees. The body trembles, not only from the pain, but from the weight of what it has just witnessed. Hera hovers above, her green cloak torn, her hair tangled by the biting wind she herself summoned. The eyes, still burning, no longer shine with just anger. They carry frustration. Frustration of those who know that the war is not over. On the other side, Zeus remains firm. Lightning crackles over your skin like golden serpents. The Keranos throbs in your hands like a living heart. He doesn't smile, don't celebrate, because you know, no victory is possible when the enemy is someone as necessary as he is hated. You realize neither of them won, and that means the war is far from over. So it happens. A delicate, almost imperceptible sound cuts through the silence, the metallic clink of something rolling across the broken floor. Between debris and divine blood, a glow. You look. A golden apple, perfect, shimmering as if it had been shaped in the sun, engraved on it in eternal letters that shine on their own, to the most beautiful. You know this story, but he never imagined he would live inside it. From the wreckage, an unexpected figure emerges. She doesn't carry lightning, doesn't carry winds, carries something more dangerous, or pure chaos. Eris, the goddess of discord. Light steps, slanted smile, black dress that floats like living smoke. Eyes, two sparkling abysses, reflecting pleasure in the destruction she herself had sown. "While you fight for the throne," she whispers, her voice soft and venomous, echoing as if 100 voices were speaking at once. "While you fight for the throne, what really matters has been forgotten." Hera clenches her fists. Athena raises the sword. Aphrodite takes a step forward, lethal smile. Eris lifts the apple, and in a theatrical gesture, drops it in the center of the ruined hall. To the most beautiful. The impact is soft, but the effect is devastating. It would vibrate her. A wave of energy runs through Olympus. Their eyes meet. You feel it. History will repeat itself. The apple of discord. The same thing that, years later, would lead to the judgment of Paris and the trigger for the Trojan War. But here, it appears earlier, before the right time, and that means things could get worse. The three goddesses face each other. Hera, betrayed queen, eyes of revenge. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, blade raised. Aphrodite,
goddess of love and desire, smiling as if she had already won. And together, they turn to you. Choice. Hera's voice echoes like thunder. Choice. Athena squeezes his hand, forcing his answer. Choice. Aphrodite whispers in your ear, sweet and lethal. You understand in a single instant the depth of the abyss before you. There is no right choice. Any answer will set the world on fire. Refuse to answer? Even worse. As all the gods of Olympus hold their breath, you hear Eris whisper, low, satisfied, "Let it burn." Memories of what happened flash through his mind like lightning. Hera and Zeus nearly destroyed Olympus in their private war. But what begins now is worse, because this time, all the gods will have to choose a side. You feel the wind change. The air gets heavier. The future of Greece, of gods and mortals, about to be decided. And you, a forbidden son, will be forced to bear the weight of that judgment. If Zeus's children were already mortal to Olympus, imagine when all the gods choose a side. If you want to discover what awaits you in the war that will change mythology forever, subscribe and ring the bell. The next chapter is coming soon.